Hello everyone and welcome to Wing Chun DC. It's been a long time since I've done a video. Apologies for that. I've been ill, I've been sick for quite a while. That's why, anyway, I'm a lot better now, but that's why I haven't done a video. So anyway, the video today, less is more and slow is fast, right? Concepts that can be applied. You can take these from Wing Chun and you can put them into other martial arts, right? Let's take wrestling for example, right? Here is my esteemed colleague, Luke, right? This is Luke. Luke does a lot of wrestling and he does a lot of jiu-jitsu, right? You train him in pretty much everything these days.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so Luke's trained a lot of wrestling. He's got a lot stronger. I have not got a lot stronger, I've got a lot weaker. So it's kind of interesting to see how this stuff works against someone who is A, younger than me, and B, stronger than me. But there is some value, right? So less is more, right? Let's take that concept now, right? So Luke, in wrestling, right, there's a lot of pummeling, okay? So the pummeling looks like this, right? I've done this in jiu-jitsu many years ago, but this is like a key part of the training, right? Is you're swimming, you're trying to get these underhooks, right? So the idea would be to get two underhooks if you can, right? There, he's got underhooks, right? So it's a good drill, but every time I used to train it, I used to think that like, there was areas in the transition that you could make something happen, right? Or you could stuff the hands coming in. So one of the things that you can train, right? So let's say Luke is going pretty fast with this, right? He's doing fast swimming, right? I'm going to start to slow it down and I'm going to start to use like just less. I'm going to start to relax my body there, and I'm kind of making it difficult for him, and I'm going to try to manipulate his center of gravity as he's doing it. I'm not using strength. If I use strength when I'm doing it here and I try to stop him like this, he's stronger than me, so he's going to push me around like that. So I can't do that, right? So instead what I do is I work on this whole idea of releasing the shoulder down, the elbows are heavy. I have I'm thinking of the pendulum in my spine, of this sinking, and then he's doing it, right, he's swimming, and I'm just not doing anything, right? How does that feel?
I mean, it feels like swimming through sand.
Right? But does it feel strong?
It feels heavy.
Heavy, and that's what you're kind of going for. You're kind of going for this heaviness, right? So if he tries to swim, there is nothing, he can't swim in because he's in quicksand, basically, right? I'm just sinking the whole body. So this goes for Chi Sao too, right? So Chi Sao, some people in Wing Chun, right? What is Chi Sao, right? So there's lots of debates over what Chi Sao is. Chi Sao is basically, it's hand fighting, right? It's like this, right? You kind of see this, you see this stuff in UFC sometimes where you're punching it like this, right? Here, and then you either strike off of it, right? Like there's strikes, right? Or it gets closer and you're into clinch range, right? Where you could do the wrestling stuff, right? So really it's this range here. It's this stuff here, right? And the way it's trained in Wing Chun a lot of the times is you see people kind of don't really, they view it as being the art itself, right? So all of it is Chi Sao. So you just see, they'll stand here like this, and then they'll do this, right? And they'll strike, boom, boom, which doesn't take into account forward pressure, right? So if Luke just stands there doing, or let's say I stand here doing this, right? And Luke just comes forward, he's gonna crash me, right? Or if he punches me, right? He can just punch straight through me if I don't understand how to take pressure. So your Chi Sao, you have to develop a way of taking pressure, right? So you've got to treat it like wrestling, okay? So one way you can do this, you can sort of work this principle, right? Or the principle that less is more and slow is fast, right? Is let's say Luke is doing YouTube Wing Chun, right? Where he's going really fast and I'm following and it looks like, this is kind of what you see on YouTube, and this is one of the reasons why lots of martial arts kind of take the piss of what we say in England. They make fun of Wing Chun, right? So what you can do, right, is this. You start going fast, right? I'm going to do the less is more thing, right? But I'm just going to focus on the heaviness here like that, and I'm going to go in like that. right? So I'm not moving around, I'm not waving my arms around. I'm making contact, he starts waving around, and I just keep my arms as still as possible, and I go in using my structure to go forward like that. So you can do as much crazy stuff as you want, but I'm doing less, right? And I'm actually kind of doing it slowly as well. And the slower I do it, the more I can feel, you go fast, I can feel his mistakes, where he's got all sorts of postural mistakes. Right? He's making all sorts of mistakes with his shoulders, which I can feel into, and I can use my kind of internal stretching, as it were, to unbalance it, to attack his pendulum. So we have Emily behind the camera. Now Emily, Luke is going to take over the camera, right? And Emily is now going to show how this works, right? You say hello. This is my other esteemed colleague, really, right? So I'm going to go fast Chi-Sao, right? And Emily is just going to start to slow me down, right? Right? And so I start to get stuffed there. You found my center of gravity straight away, right? So I'm going to go crazy, boom, 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 YouTube, yeah. Good, that's it, right? You find my balance, you find my structure through my speed and my impetuousness, right? So I'm going crazy. It's the same, you can do the same thing with the pummeling, right? We do the pummeling here like this, right? Like that, I go fast, and then we start to slow down, right? And then I start to feel like I'm stuck, and I try to swim, but yeah, that's it, you take my balance. So, I don't know how this, looking on video, whether you can kind of see what's happening, but it's something that you can feel, right?
Yeah.
It's more than what you feel than what you can see. But there's this, and I can tell you what I can feel when I'm going fast with Emily, is I'm feeling stuck, right? And that's how you really should be training your Wing Chun, right? Which is not for speed, it's for this sinking, this heavy elbow, the spine elongating and sinking down, your connection to the ground, right? Learning how to treat your core as like a pendulum, which I've discussed in other videos, which you can look back through. But look, any questions on this, please let us know. I'll be glad to answer respectful queries in the comment section. Any disrespectful comments in the comment section will be deleted. I'm not going to engage. If you have something constructive, I'm always happy to discuss. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful, and yeah, until the next video, which should hopefully be soon.